If you're a fan of farming life sims, chances are you've heard of Coral Island. But you're probably wondering, is it really worth all the hype? I backed Coral Island on Kickstarter over a year ago now, and I've been watching the progress of the game ever since. Personally, I'm so excited about the things that I've seen so far and where the game plans to go in the future. So the short answer is yes, I do think the game will be worth the hype eventually. Long answer, maybe not just yet. Here's why. Coral Island is a new take on the classic farming life sims like Stardew Valley and many others. You start by creating your character. Options here are limited but sure to be improved upon. The color wheel is a really nice addition here, and more clothing options are available once you actually get into the game. No surprise here, you're the new farmer in town, and you've inherited a giant farm property that needs a ton of work. You'll have to farm, craft, fish, mine, care for animals, and even go diving in order to collect the resources that you need to make your farm a successful one. If you like these type of games, you're very familiar with the formula here. But Coral Island does stand out to me among the rest for a few reasons. Starting with the surface level stuff, the way that it looks. The art style, the environments, the character designs are all really well done here, and the game is just pretty. The NPCs all even have different outfits depending on the season and game. It's the little details like that that make a big difference to me in games. And there are a ton of these little details in Coral Island, which we'll talk more about in a moment. These incredible details can also be seen very well in the environments here, both in the world and in the interior of each and every building and shop. I am absolutely blown away by the level of detail in these places. And Coral Island has something no other farming sim that I've ever played has had. And it's actually the thing that drew me to the game in the first place. And that is a fully explorable ocean with a town full of merfolk. I'm definitely not disappointed with how this works so far, although I am disappointed that the merfolk aren't exactly here yet. Other than that, I really enjoy being able to explore the ocean. It basically works the same way that mining does, only you're underwater. Eventually though, it becomes even more satisfying because you get a vacuum tool and it makes cleaning up the oceans a breeze and really fun. There's tons of different items to collect, creatures to meet, things to explore, and I think it's really cool that the game focuses on cleaning up the ocean and helping the environment. And did I mention the mer people? Because I'm really excited about the mer people. Not only that, but Coral Island does a really good job of making the town feel alive. You'll see people around town going about their lives, working, shopping, performing, even going to yoga class. You'll see people stopping for a quick coffee or a bite to eat, and their food items actually match where they are and what they're doing. Another one of those really small details that makes a lot of difference to me. There's even different animations for eating and drinking different items. I just love it. A lot of love, a lot of detail here. Eventually, you'll be able to form relationships with the townspeople. You'll even be able to marry and have children, and eventually your children will actually grow up. And not only that, but they're supposed to develop their own personalities. This is something a lot of players really want to see and are really looking forward to. That said, this is something coming in a future update and is not available yet. Another thing that's coming but not available yet is the option for pets. So far, there are cats and dogs that can be seen throughout the town, and they are just the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. Look at Taco. Seriously, look at Taco. But the downside is they cannot be owned as pets for the player just yet. Again, something else coming in a future update. Another great thing that I really enjoy about Coral Island is the option for player skill trees. This will allow the player to gain experience for doing different tasks and then earn benefits in their skill tree for doing them. Coral Island is certainly not the first game of its kind to include something like this. However, it's a welcome addition and I'm really glad to see it here. I'm definitely on the hype train for this one, guys. I'm really enjoying it so far, but there's definitely valid reasons to wait. Early access for Coral Island is priced at $24.99. This will get you through the first in-game year of story content, but much of the promised content is still to come. Here is a quick look at the roadmap for early access. All of these features are ones that will be coming in future updates, including merfolk, NPC relationships, pets, multiplayer, and much more. Also, keep in mind that controller support for this game is still coming. If you're someone that needs or wants to play specifically with a controller, you'll have to wait, as it's just mouse and keyboard for now. And an even bigger deal breaker for you may be that carrying over saves will be handled on a per update basis. The team has said their goal is to maintain your save files. However, some updates do fundamentally change the game. When that happens, all progression data will be reset, with the exception of your gold, your inventory, farm layout, interior, and mastery skill points. Honestly, this is a pretty big one for most people, and for me as well, though you will keep your main components and only have to replay the story, so it's not as bad as it could be. As it stands, Coral Island still has a lot of promised content to deliver. That said, I've been able to watch this game grow, change, and improve for the better since the beginning. I'm pretty confident in saying that I think the final product that they release will be everything that they have promised. But it definitely still has a long way to go, and it may be worth waiting for the full release. I am completely confident in saying eventually, yes, this game will be worth the hype. But as it stands, maybe not quite yet. Only you can really decide that. And I hope this video helped you make that decision. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!